Miles right now are reading 241,704. But anytime I get in this truck and I go to start it up, it just puts a big old smile on my face. Gotta make sure you let those glow plugs warm up. Even though I just got done driving it, I still don't like starting it until the sound goes off and the light goes away. So I'm gonna park this somewhere to where we could get underneath and take a look at the undercarriage. Now come with me as we go on the journey. Whoop! The journey of what is wrong with this truck. Here we go. As you've been seeing, I've been getting a lot of work done at the property. The time's come to where I need to start hauling some things, and I really can't accomplish that with my 4Runner. So figured it was time I finally start looking for a truck. I knew I was gonna need one eventually in order to tow things, haul things, and just make work a little bit easier for me. So I got lucky. I found a truck I've always wanted. I've probably been looking at old diesel trucks for over 5 years now. Just learning a bit here and there, trying to figure out what year models to buy, what are gonna be the easy ones to work on for whenever the time came that I needed to upgrade and buy a truck to help me out. And so now I've got one. Found it a couple of weeks before Christmas, so let's take a look at it and see what we're working with. So here she sits. Haven't picked out a name for her yet. 1997 Dodge 2500 12 valve, which is important just because it comes with the P-pump. Body is in great shape. We'll do a little walk around here. Bought it from Colorado. Of course, it's got a good 90s paint style on it. This is all stock. Came with the wheels and tires. I haven't done anything to it. Alcoa wheels. We'll take a look at the inside. One thing I haven't mentioned yet, which is it's a 6-speed. These are getting harder and harder to find, and when I saw this one on the market, the only one out there, I called the dealership and told them to hold it. So, interior-wise, if anyone knows anything about old Dodges, this is pretty good. I feel like they've already replaced the dash. These dashes, I mean, they crack. I need to get a dash pad here. Seats are pretty clean. Everything sort of works. You know, I've got one light out up there. Don't push these buttons. I mean, this is just Dodge interior. If you pull this out, it's gonna come all the way out. So try not to touch anything in here because the interior is gonna break. I'll slowly upgrade it. Here's the back. Again, back is very clean for a 97. I am beyond excited to have this truck. Very fortunate I found one. We'll take a look under the hood. So stock air filter, which is nice. The box actually looks fairly new. The filter looked new. I was happy to see that. Happy to work with the dealership when they showed me that. No cracks in the exhaust manifold. Turbo obviously looks used. Overall, just stock 5.9 12 valve with the P-pump in all her glory. Like I said, these things are getting harder and harder to find without being modded and without the body just rotting off of them. So I cannot wait to get started with this. It won't be my daily driver. I still have my 2001 Toyota 4Runner. That will be my daily driver, but this will help me out for when the time comes and I need to start moving some things. I will be doing some work to this truck just to get it to a place to where I know it'll last a little bit longer for me. These motors are pretty much bulletproof, and one reason I bought this is because it's kind of idiot proof as well. So anything I need to learn will be pretty straightforward, and there's not a lot of electrical involved. It's all mechanical. So let's take a look at the bad now. Bad, there's some door rot, some door rust going on here and here. Thankfully, I've got an uncle who is a body man. He's gonna help me out. Paint's not fading yet too bad. But then you get around here to the tailgate, and it's kind of hard to tell. You see the discoloration where the clear coat is pretty much coming off. And that's all that is. The clear coat is peeling off. So that's like, you know when you get a really bad sunburn and it's real satisfying to pull that dead skin off? Oh yes. Dead skin. Fender wells, I mean, they look fairly good. We're 97 and it came from up north, which means it's usually prone to salt and a lot of rust on the undercarriage. We'll take a look at the undercarriage next. Got some rust right here. The rails look really good. Let me open this up. This is the bottom of the door. I mean, I'm not unhappy with that. It looks bad on camera, but when you consider the age and where it came from, I'm looking out here. Hey, plastic cup. I love my plastic cups. What are you doing underneath there? Oh yeah, there are cup holders. Once again, you don't mess with that cup holder. Okay. Whoa, hello. Let's take a look, see what we can find underneath here that I need to fix. We'll go slow. So definitely have some bed rot over here. I can knock that off, put a rust encapsulator, rust, and try to prevent that from spreading. It hasn't gone all the way through yet, so we'll see. I'll talk to my uncle. That's that corner. I recently discovered that I don't have a license plate light. This light's not working. I'll try to replace that, but I've got a feeling I'm supposed to have some more electrical here to go up here and here. I've got to work on that. Let's add that to the list. Take a look at this corner. To me, it's not as bad as the other one. It is just a bed frame. I mean, it is just a bed. Beds are easy to replace if you could find one. But still, I want to try to not have to spend as much money and keep this in working order as long as I can. To me, it seems like someone has actually coated the frame itself. Oh yeah, I don't have a spare tire. Got to work on that too. Add that to the list. Ouch, I just hit my head on the rear end. The frame itself, I mean, it looks like it's been sprayed, which is nice. I need to get in here and clean it off. Get a degreaser here. Turn around here. Shocks, Rancho shocks, those definitely didn't come with the truck. Here's the rear differential. Nothing too bad. I do think this has been painted as well. I don't have any gloves on, so I don't really want to touch it. I have ordered differential fluid. It's not leaking, so I'm not going to take the case off. But I will be replacing the fluid in this, the front and the rear. Or wait, yeah, the front and the back, but we're looking at the back. That's really it from the differential to the rear bumper. Let's see what else we could find. It's always fun just rolling around under a car, not knowing what you're about to see. One thing I am looking at here is a MBRP exhaust. But here comes the fun part. You ready? Let's see if I can capture it. This is an amazing job right here. So, turbo back, looks like it's 4 inches. Then you get into this, which we don't need. And then it gets restricted down to 3. So they cut the 4-inch, piece that together. I gotta work on that. Add that to the list. The drive shaft, I mean, looks pretty good. Pretty good. Gas tank. Holding up well. Let's see if I can sneak my way to the other side. Again, it looks like someone's painted, which I'm a fan of because I was planning on doing that. Here's a new bolt versus probably an original bolt right there. But again, this is the frame rail right here. And I mean, I don't think it's paint to where it leads to frame rot, where it captures water on the inside. But all down here, all the way down, it looks to be painted. So good thing for me. Nothing under here. There's the, I don't see any leaks that way. Skid plate looks good there, and I'm not about to try to sneak under that. So let's go take a look at the front and see what fun stuff I can find up there. Let's take a look at this side. Just take a stroll down. Again, suspension. Everything looks painted. Now these don't look like updated shocks. These look like original OEM yellow shocks. Granted, I just made that up. I have no idea what the OEM shocks are for this thing. So, just when I see yellow, I assume OEM. Linkage looks good. Rust from this angle, nothing that I should be worried about, I don't think. You tell me. As these zip ties on the other side. And okay, here's the driver's side suspension. It looks like the passenger side, once again, nothing that really worries me. But then I get over here and I've got a bottle with a zip tie. I'm gonna need some help with that one, guys. I just don't know on that. Transmission wise, looks like we do have some leaking here at the bottom. Granted, is that coming from the transmission? Highly doubtful. It's probably just coming from the seal, which if it's gonna leak from somewhere, I assume it's gonna be from the seal. And then it's just coming off here. So hopefully that's not too bad, too hard to replace. Again, I'm gonna have to do some research on this plastic bottle. Figure out if this is like, you know, some turbo juice down here that really gets this truck moving. Here's the frame rail going up to the motor mounts right there. So I was a little worried, but it doesn't look too bad. Here's the inside of the coil overs, spring suspension. Huh. As for the front, again, nothing too bad here. This is a tight space. Okay, so we got some. Oh, did you hear that? Son of a biscuit eater. So So right here, there's some fluid, and yeah, I gotta figure that out. Besides that though, I can't really get underneath. I can't roll anymore. I'm gonna turn you around and let's talk. So there we go, better shot. I'm hoping this is just coming from the timing case cover. I know over time that gasket can go, the gasket on the oil pan can go, but with where it's kind of gucking up here, I'm hoping that's the timing cover. I'll get to that later. We'll talk about the next steps with the truck. A, I want it to last a while, and then B, be able to tow well without me worrying about anything. So that's why I'm under here. If you can't tell, I don't really know what I'm looking at, but I know there's some fluid here and there. I'll figure out how important it is, what I need to do to fix it, and hopefully make her stop leaking. This is interesting. I don't know what's going on here. It's like this on both sides. Did this connect somewhere? Looks like it's sheared off here too. Same thing on this side. Right here, sheared off. So, and you know, it always scares me when I see stuff like this. Like, what did this go to? Help! I need to be plugged in somewhere. Help me! Oh boy. Well, now you've seen it. You see what I'm working with? I think for a 97, 6-speed, 5.9 12-valve Cummins, I'm hoping this was a good buy. If it wasn't, don't tell me because I'll start crying. It's always fun when you're working outside and and Santa Claus shows up